Miss Kylie, Masterheadhunter. I love that video, by the way, I must say. Um, so I'm going to do a video response to that. And I wrote it down because, you know, how I was thought to be going everywhere. And it ain't scripted, because if it was scripted, I wouldn't have this Band-Aid up on my face. But you're going to always catch me with earrings on because I'm just earring girl. Normally, how I feel about me on the inside is absolutely wonderful. Even with the flaws that people can see, and even with my internal flaws, um, I feel absolutely wonderful about me because what I know, and I think what I've always known, but had it wasn't stamped and sealed, was that I am a simple, I am a simple masterpiece in the working, just being, I mean, a simple masterpiece just being worked on. That's something that I always felt about me. Um, so overall, I feel wonderful about me. As you said, also, you know, I don't like to run around with a face full of anything on because, for one, my skin won't tolerate it. So I learned a few years ago that I can't wear the beads and all of that because my body wouldn't agree with it. And that was cool. I used to kind of get upset with that because I had scars on my face, and I was like, damn, I want to cover this up. I want to be like all the other women and have a pretty smooth skin. And I realized that that's not for you, homegirl. I done bought the MAC and all of this good stuff. It wasn't for me. Um, as women, you know, we tend to always want to look pretty on the outside. That eternal thing. We always want to look pretty on the outside. But something Lauren Hill said in a CD that I have of hers is that, you know, that's not reality to always be dolled up on the outside. Because you can look like you got all the millions, all the cash in the world, but if you are messed up internally, you ain't got yourself nothing. Um, because it's the internal man that counts. It's my essence. It's really who I am, the inside that matters. So I don't really care. I care, but I don't care about the external side of me. Um, I mean, but because that's a part of me, and being that I have to live in this everyday world, yeah, I do go out and I'm gonna put on something nice that's gonna compliment me. It's gonna compliment me. It's gonna That's just what it is. We live in a world where everybody kind of gets caught up in what the Joneses are doing, and I've never been one that wants to go visit the Joneses, sit and look with them, just none of that, because I've always been too down to earth, too grounded. I'm not a prissy girl. I'm not a bougie. I'm not stuck up. I've been in the hood all my life, and I'm a hood chick. I'm not a hood chick, but I know how to cut it on and cut it off. I can't say that I'm ghetto. I can't say that I'm hood. I'm just me. I'm just me. Um, and for as long as I can remember, whenever I introduce myself to somebody, whenever I meet somebody new, one of my personalities introduce themselves. And I always let a person know I'm going to fully introduce myself to you. And I am a trip on some days. I am just a loving baby on some days. Some days I am a hysterical mess. I don't believe in giving a person one side of my face, and then when they see the other one, they be like, no, she did. Yeah, because when I come in the door and introduce myself to you, I'm giving you everything. This is who I am. And a lot of people tell me that I shouldn't do that, but I refuse to change my way because that's just me, and it's been my way all of my life. And I think that's why I have a problem with people that are not honest, because it's so much easier for me in the way I look at it, for you to just be honest and say what it is that's on your mind and get it over with. There would not be any room for a miscommunication. None of that. What else did I have here? So it's pretty much, you know, um, over the years when I was going through my drama, just all this going on, it took me to the bulk of my life. I was suffering in silence. And not until I turned 33 did I realize it's not okay to suffer that way. I can't keep internalizing everything because that was killing my soul. Um, so now, I let it out. Who I am is who I am. What you see is really pretty much is what you get. So you're going to get the good and you're going to get the bad. I mean, I feel like that's how all people should be. You should give them an option of whether or not they can deal with you or not. I don't have time to waste with people and their lives and their antics. Just be who you are. You spoke of something about a person that's saying that they love folks. I love this and I love that. I just told somebody the other day, yesterday as a matter of fact, you can't possibly love somebody else if you don't even fucking love yourself. And when I was whooping out, I told a grown up that, and I had to tell my baby boy that last night when I was tearing him up. Finally, um, if you can't treat yourself like a king or a queen, how can you actually expect anybody else to do that? And how can you treat somebody else like that? Because that's actually who we are walking around here. And it doesn't have to be a thing of I'm gonna put on a facade because the facade they fade, just like an illusion. Facades fade away, and when all of that stuff is gone, then what? Who is the true you? Who is the true you? So for me, I like Brandy. I like Brandy Nicole. I love Brandy Nicole. But who I am falling in love with is Phoenix Jewel, that God, that flaming God bird. That's who I'm falling in love with. And I'm going to represent her in the simplest forms that there is. I remember I used to go out back in the days, and I was always with the heels and the dresses and all of that on. And I remember one time I came to the club, I had on some Air Force Ones and jeans, and everybody was like, what? What is this? I'm like, hey, I come all kind of ways. It's just not, I don't just have one face. I don't just have one face, and I apologize if that's what you thought. I like to put on jeans. I like to be comfortable, as you said. I love my simple, comfortable things. I don't like anything that's complex. And, I mean, it just is what it is. It makes my life a whole lot simpler. And I think it comes down to a person has to actually be comfortable with themselves 100%. Even with our flaws, you have to still be comfortable 100% with yourself. Yeah, in order for you to truly go out into the world and say, hey, this is me. And you cannot be, I don't worry about now whether people are going to accept me or not. Because as I'm coming into this light, I'm finding that more genuine people are flocking to me than these damn backstabbers and these vultures. So you're going to win some and you're going to lose some by just being true to who you are and not caring about what the masses or the Joneses got going on. Who gives a damn about that? And I had to come to realize now, which I've always felt, it's really about me at any part of the day. I don't care what nobody else have going on. No, none of that. Because guess what? They not worried about me and they don't care either. So why should I spend my day wrapped up in some of their shit? Because they ain't wrapped up in none of mine. What you see is what you get. And most of the time, people appreciate a person that is real. I try not to use the word lie too much because that's in a person's profile. That's who they are. I can't get mad at a person they don't tell the truth according to what I say is the truth. So it's what you see is what you get, and I feel wonderful about me because I know I'm a simple masterpiece. That's all it is. Love you, sis. Love that video, and thank you for your kind words that you sent to me when I'm going through it on mine. Have a wonderful